Hey guys, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. You know, my life is always quite busy, and that's why I'll do a video anywhere, everywhere, when it is needed, because we're talking about the Cowboys. And I'm doing this keto diet. I gotta lose some weight. I'm getting too old to be able to just bypass it. So the great thing about this diet is you can actually eat a lot of meat, bacon and steak and chicken and fish and all that stuff. You just can't have sugar and carbohydrates. So I'm making a big pot of chicken broth so that way I can use it for cooking. And I'm going to take a lot of this chicken and make shredded chicken so that way I can make some chicken salad or, you know, some different Chinese dishes and stuff like that. So bear with me while I'm cooking in the kitchen here. But I gotta tell you, that was amazing last night. Watching our Dallas Cowboys beat the hottest team in the NFL. But let's take it down a notch. Let's understand that this is just one of 16 games to earn the right to go to the playoffs. Doesn't mean much if we don't do well on the other one. And as great as that victory was, and probably the biggest win that the Cowboys have had in a long, long time, you can't lose focus of the prize, and that's the playoffs and the Super Bowl. We did a lot of things good last night, especially on the defensive side. Offensive side is a work in progress, and we'll talk about some of the things that we need to do better tonight on the live stream. So I hope you guys tune in 9 o'clock Eastern, because we'll be talking about what else the Dallas Cowboys. But I'm wearing the Doomsday defense. Yeah, the defense of my youth. We actually have to look at the process right now. Think back to 2013. The Dallas Cowboys offense was the worst offense. Defense, we had a great offense back then, but our defense was the worst defense in the NFL. 32nd. And that was with DeMarcus Ware and Jason Hatcher having a career year, having 11 sacks. DeMarcus Ware got cut. Hatcher signed with the Washington Redskins, and Sean Lee blew his knee out in OTAs. Most of the talking heads out there basically said the Cowboys the next year wouldn't be able to beat a high school team, much less an NFL team. With DeMarcus Ware gone, you got nobody out there. But the amazing thing was, Rod Marnelli took over from Monty Kiffin as the defensive coordinator. Monty Kiffin went into the office. I don't know what he was actually doing. I don't know if he's even been heard from since. But Rod Marnelli took a defense without a Sean Lee, without a DeMarcus Ware, and without a Jason Hatcher. And the next year, that team moved up to 19th in the NFL defense. And what made that defense really good was they were able to take the ball away. And you can look at our defense now, until the last few games, that was one of the things that we just could not get turnovers. We just could not get interceptions. But from there, the next year, the defense moved up to 16, 13, and then last year, 8. Right now, the missing piece seems to have been Chris Richard and bringing that attitude, that swagger from Seattle. Right now, we have one of the best defenses in the NFL. To take Drew Brees and that offense that literally had, 3 or 4 touchdown passes to undrafted guys. It didn't matter who they were putting out there. To have Alvin Kamara out there literally running roughshod over people. Did you see how the Legion of Doom last night hit Alvin Kamara? And he basically got up like, I'm done. I don't want no more. Get me off the field. They literally demoralized the Saints. They hit. They punched him in the mouth. They took every shot that they had and came back and said, I want some more. They literally destroyed the Saints' will to win. And even when things got down, even after Amari Cooper had that fumble, you got Drew Brees. You got Drew Brees on the 42-yard line, first down. You know, everybody was thinking, that's a touchdown. That's a sure touchdown. But to get down there, Jalen Smith, boom, that hit on third down. And then on fourth down, those guys are ruthless. They are unstoppable. Jalen Smith is literally flying from one side of the field to the other. And oh my God, Leighton Vander Esch. He needs to be in Pro Bowl. Right now, he is second graded linebacker in the NFL. Not on the team, in the NFL. And this, mind you, as a rookie who, the first couple of games, he looked lost. He looked out of it. He looked like he was bewildered on a couple of plays. But, buddy, he's got it together, as that whole defense. We knew we had a good front seven. We didn't know it was going to be that good. But add to that how Byron Jones has been playing. Add to that Jeff Heath, who has been consistent. Add to that Xavier Woods, who's been laying the woods. You got a defense that can literally shut down the other team's offense. And I know everybody's been saying, yeah, well, you hadn't played anybody. Well, we shut down Matt Ryan on the road. Had it not been for 4 or 5 penalties on that one drive, New Orleans wouldn't have gotten that touchdown. The NFL has now been put on notice. When you think about this defense, think about this. It's almost crazy that DeMarcus Lawrence and Tyrone Crawford are the 2 oldest guys really on the defense minus Sean Lee. Vander Esch is a rookie. Jalen Smith, this is only his 2nd season starting. And you haven't even scratched the surface yet of Randy Gregory. If he can stop making boneheaded mistakes, get some seasoning underneath of them. And let's not forget Malik Collins, who last night had as many pressures as D-Law. This defense, guys, is going to be good. So for dinner tonight, I'm going to make a shredded Thai soup that'll be hot as hell. And I'm going to make some shrimp fried rice, but instead of using rice because you can't have the carbohydrates, we're going to use cauliflower and grate it up. And it's going to be just as good. And thus far, even though I got all those Snickers bars downstairs, I love candy, I love ice cream, I love my coffee cream. I haven't had any. And quite frankly, thus far today, I've had my coffee with no sugar, with no cream other than heavy cream, and I've had a couple of radishes. And I'm really not that hungry. So maybe there is something to this keto diet. I'm going to take this chicken right here, the chicken thighs, the chicken breast, and I'm going to cook it down and then shred it. And it's going to be good. And then a cauliflower rice, shrimp fried rice, yeah. And I'm going to lose me some weight. And I'll dare you guys to call me a fat ass anymore. I do love the smell of food. Alright guys, be sure to tune in tonight for the live stream, man. You don't want to miss it. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm cooking up some ass whipping. Oh, if you're wondering what I was doing there, the essence of this diet, keto, is it's lots of fats and no carbs. What happens to your body is, because we have so much carbohydrates and sugars, your body uses that for energy. And it stores it as fat. The problem is when you go on a diet, your body burns a lot of the muscle and it holds on to the fat. And if you end up starving yourself, basically your body says, oh God, we're starving. Let's hold on to that fat so that way we have it for a rainy day. That's why a lot of times you'll do a diet and you come off the diet, all of a sudden you gain more weight because your body has kept the fat it had and said, we're going to need some more for the next time he goes on a diet. What this does is, instead of having the sugars, because you don't have the sugars and stuff to eat, it burns fat. And so you end up feeding fat. So as long as you don't have the sugars to burn, your body's metabolism changes to burn fat. So you have to feed it fat. I don't know if that makes sense or not, and I'm not sure I understand it. But anyway, what I was doing here, by taking the chicken and browning it first, it's taken a lot of that seasoning and the flavor of the chicken, and it's burnt it on the bottom. And so you put some olive oil in there, you put the butter in there, and what happens is that burning on the bottom of the pot ends up coming off with the butter. And what you end up having now is this rich flavor from the chicken in with these vegetables. And we're going to put in some bay leaves, we're going to put in some garlic and stuff like that. And what will happen is we'll boil that real slow for a couple of hours. The chicken will get nice and tender, and you'll end up with a great chicken broth. So instead of going to the store, because when you go to the store and you buy stuff that's made in the store, I'm trying to get away from all the chemicals. Everything that's processed has stuff in it that wasn't necessarily meant to eat. They use ammonia on the meats. They end up using sawdust in the grated cheese to keep it from sticking. They put chicken broth in the, or broth in the chicken to make more weight of it. So all these things you get aren't really things your body should have and can do stuff with. So I'm trying to actually just cook as much as possible everything at home and try and see how I feel after a month. Right now, I got to be honest, I'm not hungry. I actually feel pretty good. My energy level is actually better, which is crazy because we're always drinking energy drinks so we get that boost, and drinking coffee and all these things. But right now, I worked my job and everything else, came home, walked the dog for a mile and things, and now I'm cooking some dinner. I'll be live streaming. So far, so good with this. So that's what I'm doing. So every day when I come home from now on, you're going to see me doing a video while I'm cooking to just kind of keep up with what's for dinner, and also to help keep me on the straight and narrow, because knowing that I got to do these videos, it's going to keep me creative, saying, okay, what are we having for dinner today? What am I going to show the fans that I'm cooking? And anybody who knows me knows I do not like to fail. So if I'm going to do something, I do it all the way or I don't do it. So with this keto, I'm doing it all the way, and I'm going to see if it actually works. See if I can get down to 240. That's the goal. Yeah. Haven't been 240 in a minute. All right, guys. Mark Holmes here. I'll see you tonight. Live streaming, 9 o'clock Eastern. Oh, and don't forget, next weekend, next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, will be part of the Cowboys experience. It'll be an autograph signing with the original 88, Drew Pearson, as well as 3 of the current Dallas Cowboy players. We're going to be at the tailgate for at Too Tall Joe's, and we're going to be covering the game. So next weekend, we are going to take this up to a whole nother level, and I literally cannot wait, guys. All right, I'll see you tonight.